As we slowly feel and integrate the energy from the total solar eclipse in Leo we had yesterday, I invite you to become quiet and notice whatever you feel without placing judgment upon it. It is perfectly normal to feel a bit more emotionally sensitive or tender at this time. So I invite you to continue to be curious about whatever you feel. Maybe you find it helpful to place one hand on the heart and one hand on the low belly. Or you can have both hands at your heart space, or whatever position is comfortable for you at this moment. And you can be seated or lying down, as long as you're comfortable. Take a few moments just to center on your own energy. Notice what areas feel light, which areas feel more tight or perhaps heavy. We're just simply tuning in the present. And we find a little more length in the spine from your root to your crown. And exhale. Deep inhale. As you do these deep breaths, you should feel your belly stick out on the inhale and then go back, navel to spine on the exhale. Your chest should remain open. You shouldn't be moving your chest a whole lot as you do these deep breaths. Just feel it begin to expand. Breathe out anything you wish to release. I know for myself, I woke up feeling rather emotional overall. And as I said, that's perfectly normal, especially when we're in an eclipse portal. This is a time to integrate and ask yourself what you truly desire, what seeds need to be planted in order for you to move forward with what feels right for you, not for anyone else. Simply inhale everything that is meant for you and your highest good. And exhale what is not serving you. Let it go. Send it out. Let it burn. If at any point you need to move your body, shift your position, feel free to do that. You don't have to force yourself in one position for too long. We're meant to move around, move our energy around. So maybe move like the neck from one side to the other, from one ear to one shoulder. Feel the side, feel the opposite side stretch as you move the right ear toward the right shoulder. And just hold here for a few seconds. Slowly bring yourself back to neutral or center and bring your left ear toward your left shoulder. Feel the nice stretch from ear to top of the shoulder here on the right side. Simply send your loving energy to the space. To gently find more ease here. Slowly come back to neutral. Look, bring your head slowly down to look at the earth below you. And leave your eyes closed or open, whatever feels best to you. Slowly bring your head back up to center. As you're ready, slowly bring your head up and back. As if you're looking up toward the sky. Slowly move back to center. Move down. Move the neck down towards the floor, keeping the spine nice and long. Back to neutral. And then bring the neck up and back. And also try to keep nice, wide collarbones. Don't be shrugging your shoulders up to your ears. We want as much openness and space here. And back to center. You might find it useful to shift your position if you're feeling called to. I don't care what that position is as long as it's comfortable for you. Let that energy move around so nothing feels too stagnant. So with the total solar eclipse in Leo we just had yesterday, the moon shifted into Virgo early this morning. And Leo's a very fiery type of energy, focusing on abundance, creation, aligned action. You might still feel that lingering energy. And we feel energy from eclipses for a while before they happen, during and after. So notice this combination of this fiery, abundant Leo, this creative force, that's now blending in with this grounding, practical, detail-oriented grounding energy with the moon in Virgo. Asking you to be present, mindful in what you're doing. Maybe catch up on things around home, all of those things that need to be done and tended to so that we can go out and perform and give back to the collective. Because remember, we need to tend to our own first. We need to take care of ourselves first so we can take care of others more effectively. That goes for ourselves and our friends and family. That goes for taking care of ourselves first before we can give to our fullest capacity in our job, in our business, what have you. And I invite you to just sit in self-reflection with whatever you are experiencing, whatever you are feeling since the solar eclipse in Leo. Know that whatever you are feeling is valid, and you don't have to have the answers for everything right now either. It's okay to take some time and some quiet to really think about what you want and what you're feeling. You don't always have to have an answer or a definition as to what or why. Although the detail-oriented nature of Virgo may ask us these specific areas or details or thoughts, we don't always have to have those answers. It's okay to be uncertain. Uncertainty is not necessarily a bad thing, it's just where you are now. It is often the times of transition and the in-between that are the most challenging, as I myself am moving through. So if you are experiencing your own transitional period, just give yourself space and grace to feel, to integrate, really tune into what you truly want and how you can take aligned action to make that happen. I find getting your words out through journaling to be incredibly helpful, so I invite you to do that if it feels right for you. And then also move your energy through your body too, because we don't want energy to become stuck in any area. We are meant to move around and do things while balancing with various forms of rest. And just know that you don't always have to fill every moment of the day or evening with some sort of noise either. It is beneficial to go into the void where the silence lives, because that is often where the intuitive wisdom is found. But keep in mind, your body already knows the answers. You just have to remain silent enough, quiet enough to hear what your intuition is telling you, what your body is telling you. Notice the emotions you have and where in your body you feel them. As we all feel intuition in different areas in different ways. There are these things called the intuitive senses or the clairs. And things like clairvoyance, clear seeing, claircognizance, clear knowing, clairaudience, clear hearing, clairsentience, clear feeling. Those intuitive senses are present within everyone, whether you have the awareness or not. Oftentimes we have one or two that stand out, but you can always improve any and all of these through your own spiritual experience and journey. It's when you work to balance your divine masculine and feminine energy, find that greater harmony, that things begin to truly shift how they're meant for you. And just as myself, different people in different circumstances will cycle through your life until you learn the lesson that you need. It's like the same sort of experiences with different faces and places. So just notice if you're moving through anything like that. All these emotions that surface through the eclipse portal itself, as the lunar nodes shifted into Aquarius and Leo, North Node Aquarius, South Node in Leo, and those are the same placements as mine. So I am in my nodal return, which happens about every 18 and a half years. And then I'm also in my Jupiter return. So Jupiter in Leo, and Jupiter will be here for around the next year. So although challenging for myself, it is a time to really think about what I want to be doing, how I want to grow and expand, rather than keep myself quiet. What is really calling me? How do I need to show up and release any attachments, any judgments that I may place on myself or others may place upon me, knowing that those do not matter. We are meant to feel and integrate, self-reflect time and time again. And that can look different too. We don't have to fit anyone else's perception or narrative of us. What feels right in your body, mind, and spirit, not anyone else's. What feels right with you? You know, if you go somewhere and you feel energetically at ease, nothing forced, only a flow, maybe you've been somewhere that you've experienced that sort of energy within your own body, because I know I have. And what a deep and beautiful feeling to experience. You see, the last several years were pivotal and very challenging in more ways I couldn't fully express verbally, but ultimately they led me to where I am and where I'm going. And through these experiences that I've had, I've learned more about myself and how important it is to honor my own neurodivergent self. And know that I won't take shit from anybody who minimizes my emotions. I don't care if I'm related to you or not. I'm not here for it. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We have to go out and radiate our energy, our light, while confronting our own shadows so that we can more fully embrace and share our light. That is what Leo energy teaches us to do. That is what the mighty Leo lion wants us to do. To be unafraid, to be abundant, to live within an abundant mindset, to be courageous, brave, do the next thing that scares the shit out of you, to grow and push beyond your self-limiting beliefs or beliefs that are limiting you that other people have. Let those go. They do not matter. What matters to you? What is really calling to you to move deeper within? Maybe it's a combination of things, multiple things. You don't always, and you don't have to have an answer right now. I'm never one to encourage you have to have an answer this very moment. Coming from an autistic woman who needs time to emotionally feel and process the things, you do not have to have an answer right now. What feels good to you? How do you feel when you speak and share about what matters to you? Do you notice your voice being a higher pitch or maybe a little bit lower? Do you notice your voice is more up in your head and that higher pitch, or do you feel your voice is more within your throat and your chest and it feels like you're speaking your truth more fully? Or perhaps you notice it's somewhere in between. I know it is time for me to unapologetically continue to share whatever feels right when it does. So if that resonates with you, if it does not, that's all right. I am simply here to reflect and to guide people in a more aligned direction with all of these healing arts that I hold wisdom and knowledge within. And know that my healing arts can coexist with my pursuits within physical therapy as well. And to perhaps combine aspects of those two to bring a richer, more unique experience. I'm not here to do everything the way everyone else does. What are you here for? What moves you? What calls you? what lights you up and makes you feel alive? What deeply matters? What part of your story do you need to share? And perhaps it's not verbally through a video. Maybe it's through writing, which leads to another medium. Or perhaps it's multiple. Whatever feels right, whatever resonates with you presently, do that. We need to shed any layers that do not serve us. People, places, things. Always be in this cycle. Not necessarily every moment spent in healing, but releasing people and things as they do not serve us. Energetically cleansing ourselves during Reiki meditation, connecting with various crystals and their energy, their frequencies, carrying whatever frequencies we know that we need intuitively on a particular day. Honoring what feels good to you and not what others think. Because ultimately your energy is felt within others, whether it resonates or does not. Simply feel the radiant sun beam on you, receive its codes to bring more abundance, lightness. And use that as your reminder to shine unapologetically and brightly with whatever wisdom and gifts you choose to share. Remember that radiance will be felt by at least one other person. And so I invite you to get curious, to feel the warmth of the Leo energy from the solar eclipse, and also feel into the moon in Virgo with that grounding, more nurturing, detail-oriented, practical energy. Really tend to what is calling us. Focus on nurturing ourselves, our sacred vessel, our body, our physical home, and then the physical home that we live in outside of our own body. Notice what feels good and what we need to release. But also take your time in this process. Just honor whatever comes of it in its own divine timing. Because ultimately, every step, every moment within your spiritual journey happens in divine timing. Whether we realize it in the moment or not. Just notice whatever you feel as you feel it. And simply just be present, mindful, grateful for wherever you are whatever you are doing, and simply bow your head in gratitude and mindfulness and presence, thanking yourself for connecting with yourself and your higher self, your intuition, spirit, your spirit guides if you have any, your angels, your spirit guides, whoever's supporting you. Have a beautiful day.